Saw Caught Stealing, and I did like it, but by far the most interesting part of this movie was the pacing of the plot because there were so many instances in the plots where I was like, that should have been later in this movie, and it's kind of at the beginning, and it kept me on my toes quite a bit, which I really enjoyed for a crime thriller. Did see a lot of people compare this to a Guy Ritchie movie, which I don't really agree with. I don't think it's as stylized as a Guy Ritchie movie, but the biggest part is I don't think the characters were nearly as interesting, well defined, well rounded, and commanded the screen like they do in a Guy Ritchie movie. Not to say that the actors don't do a good job, like Zoe Kravitz, Matt Smith, Vincent D'Onofrio, Austin Butler. They all do fine, but they don't have that same type of feeling that a Guy Ritchie movie has in their characters that really commands the screen and really makes them memorable. Not saying the acting is bad either, it's just the characters that they're playing are not all that interesting. Acting wise, it is pretty good, you know? Austin Butler, he does a good job playing the everyman kind of role that reminds me of a 90s movie where he's just put in the wrong place at the wrong time and he's trying to clear his name. The entire stakes of this movie feels very 90s, where it's just kind of small, it's just kind of personal. It's all about just one guy. It's not about any like worldly threat or anything like that, which I really enjoyed. If there is a standout, I do think it is Bad Bunny. I wasn't too big of a fan of him in Bullet Train, didn't really understand all the hype around him and why he was getting all these movie deals, but this movie really does show that he is trying to be a good actor, and I feel like he is finding his footing, so I hope to see him in more. Overall, I do think this movie is good, and I did like it. It felt like a movie where you watch it in a theater, and then years later you're in a hotel and you see it on TV on cable, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. Let's watch it. That was a good watch. And I say that as a compliment. It gave me a lot of vibes of like The Fugitive or like The Client in the 90s when they were just pumping out thrillers like this. So if you're into that kind of movie, I think you will enjoy Caught Stealing.